We're camped in the middle of the desert, and this is the most Wile E. Coyote looking desert I think I've ever been in. Camping in the city is a little bit different than camping by the seashore. I am packing up camp to the sound of thousands of birds, including all the roosters that live in the city, vehicles going by from people on their way to work, some Mexican music from the people next door, and some more distant Mexican music from people a little further away. It's a cacophonous symphony, and it's very typical of life in Mexico. I slept surprisingly well, though, despite all the noise. This is the main square of the old historic portion of Loreto, which is where we are, and good morning, guys. This is a very cool old Spanish style building. And Loreto is a pueblo mágico, and they painted their letters white. This is where you're gonna find a lot of cute shops. I'm pretty sure that's a history museum. And there is this lovely treed, shady esplanade. That's a really cool old church, but look at this hanging over this door. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. And just one of those small details that I love. You can't go in the church, but we can peek in. And it's a beautiful church. Look at that ceiling. Oh, that's amazing. I don't want to leave Tuck out there for very long, but I'm just gonna run up and take a look at the altar area. Oh wait, just a quick look in the nook. There is a Morning Mary and a pretty gory Jesus in a casket. Cool old church. Gotta rescue the dog from the sun because it's warm out there. This is another little square. You noticed, didn't you? You noticed the little doggy? This is a cool statue, and I love that it incorporates real cacti. These are just beautiful statues. We have a missionary bringing a cross to the local natives. I wonder if that's a specific missionary. I mean, that's a really specific face. Anybody know who that is? What do you think? Are you hot? Do you want to find some breakfast? Turns out Loreto is a pretty darn cute town. And if you're new to the channel and you're wondering what's going on here and who I am, I'm Katie. That's Tuck. I'm driving a Jeep, but it's parked down the street. And we're on a pretty massive road trip, and I'm bringing you guys along with me. I found a lovely little spot for coffee and breakfast. Good eggs. And we're putting them on our tortilla with a little hot sauce. That you don't want the hot sauce, buddy. Perfecto. You can have some egg though. Yeah, good boy. He's definitely got to have his fair share. That was a lovely breakfast. It's so nice just to sit down at a street side cafe and have some good food. You like walking around here because there's all kinds of interesting things to smell. That looks like a really nice Airbnb. And look at the lovely murals on this building. It's just so amazing. This is a really nice neighborhood. Tuck met a friend. Hi. Did you meet a friend? You can't avoid all of the dogs. There's a lot of them running around. But if they have a collar or some sort of, that one had a bandana, some sort of marking, some sort of sign of ownership, then they're usually pretty friendly dogs. They get along with all the other dogs that are running around, so they're typically friendly, and I don't worry too much about those. Now, if I see a pack of dogs running around, well, we're not going anywhere near them. But the owned dogs that are running around seem to be pretty nice. And just down from our restaurant is the Malecon. And there's an egret right there. And it's beautiful. Such an amazing place, and the views out over this bay are stunning. And the watercolor goes from kind of light green to dark blues the further out you go. There are typically a ton of shops and restaurants along the Malecon, and this is no exception. But I think it's time to hit the road, guys. We got to continue our journey south. This is Posada del Cortes, and it's really nice. You could stay there. I'm certain it is not in my budget to stay there. This is probably more in my budget, and it's actually pretty cute. The El Dorado Hotel. That sound is coming from a Doberman. That's a very pathetic bark. Está muy caliente. It's hot. It is. It's 30 C. It's almost noon, so I guess that's not too surprising that it's getting warm later in the morning, late morning. But I did talk to some locals who said that it is going to be unseasonably hot for a few days. Gotta get through the heat. And the way we're getting through this heat is we're driving in the air conditioning for a long ways. If you missed the last video, I am currently headed south rather quickly on the Baja Peninsula to La Ventana, which is on the Gulf of California side, and gonna meet my brother there, which is cool. Just totally random that he's gonna be there and I can be there at the same time. So yeah, I'm heading down quick so that I am there at the same time that he is there. I definitely got to keep hydrated. And guys, I think it's time to hit the road. Aurora har. Well, wait, I gotta load up my maps. So it's about a 2-hour drive down to Constitution. It's about a 2-hour drive there, but I was thinking we might want to go a little further south and get a little closer to the ocean. So many of these little towns on the coast are surrounded by mountains. The peninsula isn't very wide, but there's mountains all the way down. And so you've got these lovely coastal towns with mountains and a lot of desert. A lot of desert. And we have a long way to drive through the desert today. I've been driving on it for a minute, but I just realized that we have an honest to goodness 4-lane highway with a shoulder. I have not seen one of those in a while. It's nice to not feel you're gonna fall off the edge of the highway or have to pass really close to large trucks going the opposite direction, or try to pass big semi trucks on very narrow roads. My relaxing feeling 4-lane highway lasted about 3 miles. And we are back to the 2-lane highways. But the scenery is unbelievably beautiful. We have been going up twisty canyon roads behind a convoy of truck for quite a while now. And I'm still stuck behind the convoy of trucks because they're going faster than I am on the flat. And now we've ended up on what looks like a higher elevation, very broad, flat plateau, very large plateau, and pointed inland. And it's a plateau filled with cardon cactus. And I'm actually fairly surprised as we go further south, the desert is getting greener. And I gotta qualify that, green for a desert. But it's pretty green. I don't know what kind of tree this is, but it's got these very unique green branches. Literally, like that's not a trick of the camera. Those branches are actually green. And it's blooming. It's so pretty. This is a pretty long stretch of driving through the desert, but the road is pretty straight, which is nice. And the lanes are actually wide enough. You don't feel like you're gonna get plowed over by a semi-truck every time one is coming the other direction. So that's nice. We have reached the town of Ciudad Insurgentes. The city of insurgents? Maybe it means something different than what I'm thinking. It seems to be a little agricultural town. We actually did pass by some irrigated farmland and some land that looks like it used to have irrigation and was farms, but some of them were very nice. This is a bit of a landlocked little town. It's not near the water. Ooh, but it does have topes. I've been pretty entranced with a whole lot of the Baja, California peninsula. This part is a little bit of the blah. It's very flat and not near the ocean. No mountains. A lot of farmland, which is important to have. They've got fruit trees growing over there. Looks like it might be some type of citrus. Those take a fair amount of water. So I wonder if there's a big aquifer under here. There are no rivers. We are entering Ciudad Constitution City. I have been pretty impressed by how good the road has been. From what I understand, it used to be really, really potholed all the way down, but that they have done some resurfacing on the highways. I mean, I definitely encountered some potholes, but nothing like the stories I heard. There is an RV park here in town, and we just passed it. And it looks pretty nice, but it's only 3 o'clock and it's still really hot outside. So I don't think I really want to stop this early. This is another one of those really strange roads where we're in the middle and there's two-way traffic here. And then on either side of medians, on either side of us, there's one-way traffic. And there's a lot of stop signs. People from the side lanes could be cutting across in front of you. So you really got to be paying attention. I'm probably gonna regret not stopping for tacos. There were a lot of taco places that we went by, but I'm just not hungry yet. The speed limit is actually 100 per hour here. That is the first time on this entire stretch of highway that I have seen it that high. It's been 80 most of the way, and I'm still getting smoked. People are passing me left and right. Well, not on the right, but they're passing me a lot. It's still hot, but there's a breeze, and in the shade, it's not too bad. So we are camped in the middle of the desert, and this is the most Wile E. Coyote looking desert I think I've ever been in. Like, I can 100% imagine a coyote and a roadrunner having a spat in this desert. And there are some little blooms. This is a teeny tiny little flower, but it's a flower. There are some evil plants, the most evil of which are dropping little burrs on the ground that are kind of nasty. And when I say little burrs, they're not actually that little. They're kind of large. Hopefully that is somewhat in focus and you guys can tell that that's a nasty little burr. And that is a problem for little Tuck, so we're gonna have to make sure that his feet are clear of them as much as I can. But yeah, we've got a desert of cardon cacti. And I don't know what kind of cactus this is. I don't know what those are called. And this guy I'm thinking might be some sort of organ pipe cactus, but I'm not sure. So this is a nice safe spot. Found it on iOverlander. And I've seen another couple overlandery types go down the road that is right there. They are headed to the beach, which is like 20 miles down a washboarded road, and I don't want to go 20 miles down a washboard road. I'm tired. I have been driving a lot these last few days, and I'm done. And until I get to rest and relax for a little while in La Ventana, I'm not driving 20 miles down washboard. Now on the way back up, we're probably going to drive down a ton of dirt roads, but for right now, I'm over it. And how you doing? You put yourself away? Yeah, you put yourself away. I think because of the heat, I'm not very hungry, so I'm probably just going to have a mango and maybe some bread for dinner. And I think that's it for tonight. And we'll see you guys in the morning. The sun's gone down and the desert is showing us just how beautiful it is. Good morning, folks. I am very delighted that I had to put on long pants and a hoodie this morning. It's probably not going to last because as soon as that sun comes out from behind those clouds, it's going to get warm again. But I am appreciating it right now. I do have some shorts on standby. It is a beautiful morning in the desert. Hi. The creosote bushes are still blooming down here. And I still feel the need to smell them at every opportunity to kind of try to figure out how to describe that smell. It's pleasant. It's clean. It's kind of new car smell, but not quite. I don't know. I don't have the proper words. Somebody harvested a bunch of clams and dumped the shells in the desert, and Tuck finds that pretty awesome. What am I doing? I don't know. Sort of taking the dog for a walk. We're just randomly walking across the desert. It's quite beautiful. There's plenty of room to walk. The plants are spaced well apart. And here's another one of these crazy trees that I have no idea what they are, but they're really cool looking with their green trunks and very gnarled branches. And there are little birds chirping all over the place. Doesn't seem like much could live here, but a lot of critters live here. These are kind of cool cacti. Today I make the last big push for La Ventana, and it's probably about 3 hours worth of driving. I mainly walked over into the desert to see this guy. He's kind of cool. Whoa! And I almost just walked into this guy. It was beautiful. And I don't want to accidentally disturb his or her web. The trunks of these cacti are just massive. You can see all kinds of little holes in them from where critters live in them. Mostly birds, I presume. Here comes the sun. I've been very much enjoying my cool morning. I think that might be over with. Are you ready to go in the car? You're not? You're content to sit there underneath the cactus in the shade? Oh my goodness. You are so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Let's go in the car. Good boy. The sun is out in full force now. I think it's time to hit the road. Aurora har. I expect most of this stretch of highway is not gonna be super exciting. Probably not a lot to see besides desert. We've seen a lot of that already. And I'm kind of tired making this final stretch. I am very much looking forward to chilling out for a few days in La Ventana. If I can find a hotel or Airbnb or something along those lines, I will do that. I don't know if I can find one of those things because it's still high season. So a lot of stuff is going to be booked. I do have some campsite options, but I would rather not. I think I'd rather stay in a hotel if I can find one so that I can be a little more mobile and do stuff with my brother. I mean, I can still do stuff with my brother if I'm camping. It's just easier if I'm in a hotel so that I don't have all my camping stuff to set up every night and tear back down in the morning to go do stuff. This has been a fair few miles of pretty hypnotizing desert. But now I can see the ocean. Welcome to La Paz. I'm hoping this road just stays on the outskirts and doesn't take us through town because I don't have any big desire to go into a big city. I wasn't prepared. The ocean went by too fast. But the water is very pretty here. Briefly glancing at the map, it looks like we will not be going through town, which is good, because I don't want to do that. Well, we're in the outskirts of the city, but there's stoplights and traffic and it's busy. We've got some super topes here, and if you do not slow down for them a lot, you will damage your vehicle. And they aren't well marked. That was a bit of driving through traffic-y stuff, but wasn't too bad. And now we have 36K to La Ventana. You're a good boy, Tuck. You hanging in there? It was a long driving day, like they have been. It's a lot of miles to the end of the peninsula. And we're not going quite to the very end, but we're going to be pretty close. This practically feels like a jungle compared to what I've been driving through. And it is not a jungle. But there's a lot more plant life and a larger variety of plant life than I've seen in a while. From a distance, this looks like it's going to be way more my speed than the pause. And we've still got some traffic because I've been driving behind this guy with a trailer for a while. Yeah, this is a nice, beautiful little valley on the ocean. Hopefully I can find a place to camp or a hotel. It's going to be really awkward if I'm like, hey bro, can we just camp in your driveway? So we're going to go a few kilometers into this very broad, very green valley and turn toward the ocean. We are pointed in the direction of the ocean. And it's like 8 kilometers to get to La Ventana. The desert is practically lush here, and the cardon cacti are just prolific. We have made it to La Ventana. We are going to park, and then I'm gonna do some Googling and see if we can't find a good spot for us. We are not staying there unless all options are exhausted. This is called the Gringo Ghetto. We're gonna hang out at the La Ventana sign for just a minute while I do some Googling. We found a hotel room and it's adorable and it's right on the beach. So that is fabulous and it's very dog friendly. And Suck has already been running around with some dog friends on the beach and hopefully he will be meeting some more. But I gotta find more dog cookies and I'm not sure where to find them around here. Duck is running away because that's one of his dog friends. Dog cookies. I need more because that's the only way that he is going to come back to me when there are so many interesting things and dogs on this beach. So I need to find him, and this is a tiny town, so it might be kind of hard. I might be finding some beef jerky. What do you think, buddy? I want to go with my new friend. At this time of day, you can't see the absolutely stunning color of the ocean, but you can see those mountains in the distance, which are beautiful, being lit by the fading sun. I'm so glad to have made it. My brother isn't here yet, and that's okay because I have a ton of video editing to do. So I'm going to spend a few days actually here and probably a lot of that time video editing when I'm not hanging out with my brother. And guys, I think that's it for today. And I want to thank all of you for coming along with me. It's amazing that you're coming along with me. And if you made it this far in the video, watching me drive down long, lonely roads, and you're good with that, and you're not a subscriber yet, maybe you should subscribe. Like, comment too. It all helps. And I'll see you guys down the road.